Ŋulami o de chere momle sa no nyo pe tamo Ŋulami igbeji ni tetela te drum of you won ko wasa wa ise ngene sho ni ma sho na ma sho wa bole kutu wo pe o ma shi Leebi Ŋulami ni fe mo na o wa ngo shi da play pe han ni Great Aim Academy Heartbeat Homeopathic Clinic Helios Care Center and agbe money the base beat kids drop madam o se wo ke Leebi Ŋulami ni fe mo ba nyegbe no wa ngo ngamo play ke han wo che ni gonti ajo ni atupa ife no yo body money ko wonchi e kuku my friend ba fata wo he wo ke Leebi ne nyegwa na shamo e Facebook ni o mashi media o mashi TV e wona ke na gba fe bai yo keji uti Facebook wa no ake o mashi media keji o like no jiwa official page ke ya hie o stream live la we YouTube ni jo mashi TV akra no call like no share e ke bo hu no yo ke mo kan kosa ni gba e ke pushing ye je fefel ngama ko ya inche Jones Nikwe eke Club Sounds ye tabura nyam e kuku me fen Alfred Mrs Dodu inche David Clotte ku eta chokobi teshin ke ho fen ke je shlanka gbe langa ke fatama we Facebook to boni chanyen wi o machine media kenche Samuel Okan edmo me ke NDC ku e shile Amasaman constituency jenji ni ejo Leebi no wa bole kutu wa to boni chanyen wi mo dan wo ba jinshin ba isake woke wo he awo nu church lo make woke we mo afi wo de yemo ncho no ngene if you believe prayer ministry be duro or kokenje Psalm 59 verse 10 Psalm 59 verse 10 kejima no makanike my God on whom I can rely God will go before me and will let me gloat over those who slander me makan bi akpa me keju kanie nyanshi mo ba fi no no boy ehwe feel ehwe piti na ke boni ifi o no oji pe no pe nicho no oji keji o shin slamose cause lo se un lo te communique mla bam keji ogbino no fi ofe na itan ko no nye o ba shishin ahwehwe na kan no fe no fi mo me o ke feel ba yi emu when no tin ba ko eji wonye minu Dennis Miracles Abuaji Neji special aid can watch Dr. Mahmoud Baumia opposition leader coming 2028 na ke ni bi kumeke no ni iyoko fon ni chele keji opposani to na ka fon ya chele ni ashimo no ni jin atu ni boni sa ke e ala motana grant le bill o ba ko no ni ba ke ya hie aso amomo men kekelo allo keji ogbotu sa ke mla awu ni egbe ko nakan ke ya hie wache ni ji minta kando ji minister kan help da hu ke wi mo wuluku iba manjana ke akwe na hin look ya hie from August ke ya me wo NHIS tariff iba ya no o wa kwe aso registration fee allo reimbursement e ji no ni iba ya no ke no wona wali ene me ke kru kuma wa kwe no will mid-year budget review baba no o wa kwe gbeja no to ni ato ni bi na ekli no ke ya hie many ji ni bi ekome na ba chake ke ofe wona ke lele ma bi chop ma shikumi ko kamya na shama Facebook ni jo match TV like no share kete fe match ma ben kenche ke watch la woji ya hie je no se watch lele o wonu mke fani ni mi abu ku ko bi se mo ne so pense okay o ba ngo shida klike hanu mo keji maya no onake watch John Dramani Mahama directive school ke akumochu ni mamo nu bena je ni jona fe ini sa ke amamochu ke mamo akwe na sanitize na kan jende fe ya o wote hwehwe mo keji watch broadcasting ni ji kaswani ano na ke exercise ya no wa denche ke ya nyo ba nya update ke ko no fe no ni njano comme que les blancs qu'on va d'autres mois vous micher j'ai ça mimi abu ojiko
ojemna
Leebi ne
ojemna
ni aka no kono tu
ba fa na yo ba ni mo drum ga wale na ma fa na fa
okay akuriche nchi ndano ba no mabia ke oshiki fo na te aso nyeshi ishe kunye no alo bo hu ba ko
na da bi ishe ko constituency elections here kwa kuda no bi wo branch elections here na no polling chair issue more pass hey come bibi come na anye ko afi for one or two reasons come issue Germany yeah, done in a letter coalition, the constituency executive body, a region collaborating up to be at Wafi, and I hate BB any problems. Yaba, German. No, in fact, I will commend the constituency executive body, the regional executive body, for conducting a very peaceful and successful branch elections for the NDC people, especially in Greater Accra. Me a guy or Ghana Ginoni normally in Jomo, especially my constituency. In as much as I can, when I got the election, I whenever I labor me say if you're dissatisfied. So those comments are normal, but as in the election being free and fair and peaceful, that one nobody can take it from our leaders, and they have really done well. And the only thing I can say, any if you feel never feel, the larger aspect there, I feel if you peaceful, if you free and fair, they should also ensure that if you feel any share, German will be peaceful and free and fair. Because if you observe any if you problematic, buana ni so already the signal is there. There is a high rate of dissatisfaction. No, I will say that they should use any democratic means available to their disposal. Elections to enjoy. Sure.
She could be comfortable here. Okay, children can Facebook or machine media. Okay, but can on work watching she okay, need the daily graphic. Okay, raw rubber exports ban shuts up purchases. Always shoots up purchases. Okay. Okay. When a public land rezoning requires parliamentary approval, the local government minority seeks answers over Iyoko arrest. They can't utine alone can hit your name wabutim can chesami wakwe noniba as a moment keke low market on bona real witch hunting ke krokume lojinoni watch John Dramani Mahama ke wonche abani abacho. Kenya Supreme Court holds GN savings and loans license restoration. The Times, Lomake Ghanaian Times, no way back. Fair, Toboni Johnny, Ojie Kume, Takano Jinoniba. Again, expensive politics. Shutting out competent leaders or vice presidents. Nation down crackdown on illegal sand winning begins. Minerals Commission ineba. No hey ni asusuake isa ni abachashia yejen na achashia nyekwanye no juba. Dani mla Kenya abaye. BOG revokes ZPay license over regulatory breaches. Okay. Agbana the Chronicle lehun iba. Afoko officially joins NPP chair race. Vows to reunite party, rebuild structures. Yan wonu shan ke be mi nation podi enche gbigblem no ko gba ina. No na ke yan here e ko me fe moji no ni ehia e ba ni man track party fe mo afi fan Ghana faces $37.2 billion annual infrastructure funding gap. Remember, chapter 4 in association. Gold board pumps 4.8 million Ghana cedi into 3 Ghana Water Company Limited water plants. Nakai kun wana nu apa wonu ke galamse njio je galamse njio. E ba nya ke nu papa le sani wana wonu. Daily guide le hunke ikuiba na ke wujien baba o gold board okay. The one kind of focus 6 NPP chairmanship on unity reconciliation ticket. Can you hear the inside story? Miracles Abwaji Niji 50 million Ghana cedi bill. Watch on here what you Supreme Court holds yen bank saving and loans license restoration. oni ba fe ni wo ba na no chumo chumo won pa fa cheme yen lo nu pa ni bi ana dan lo no jino ni gba won na no jino ni wata wo wakaji abakwe ni ajaje ni bi kuma kan ha bojin ayehemo ni documentation ne ke license ke krokume e ba ni wo ma bi won na ko wo chume nya fi ale fang ya o feel wa sheje me shikome kwa na shama Facebook ni ji o mashi media like no share like ku efi we na kamoto ne men baba oji meni e ba isen fit edu jifa azuma la mu ba he sen ike wo ye be ke ya hia ni ji anointed lady nash aka ikemini wudimika yazongo junction allied filling station we ba isen inche sami na kan mane ya fi shone zaka wo ko bon ba fi ni bi baba we okwe kenklen masuma ke keju wi moku no kwaji kenklen wi mo shem kenko wujian here ni chula GN bank a restoration of license level na ke saniba ike kokume good board sani nyeje okay oba mo ku dan wa here.
I don't have much to say about it. Because living in Tishima or in a Kubi, Mabuti graphics, ni Makoko, ni Biami, GN Bank, no, because of the court issue. I mean, normally I don't want to be talking about those issues. Because Kesani Yaji court, February transaction, or Beno, the property of the court to decide or to determine or to state the final determination of the matter. Because we are leaving more pay. We are tombra. No, I'll say that only court bank amekwena me you know. Konimu all the necessary evidence and documents now by provide the track they can operate. I think I just come and feel in the right direction. They don't feel expect or banale nakan. Before majeshin must manga wokwelo manga gana bi fen ke party bi, especially in constituency executives ke wo MP ke wo MCA. Every day I've been saying our constituency is one of the biggest constituencies, one of the largest constituencies in Ghana. They are trying their best to ensure action. Nibi ni sani constituency and in the action no one in the action of few. I don't know much money. My extending Honorable Nyama Shiti. Honorable Nyama Shiti is a person I've had the chance to meet with in recent times. And after extensive conversation, he's a very intelligent and somebody who has wisdom. And I think he has the intentions to contest a position in our party. But after talking to him, I mean, Keji won't allow such people to lead us. I think we the NDC internal people, and maybe won't walk away petrol party when anybody Asian. Because apart from his personal achievement from offices Nehu, the internal party offices come Nehu, the Benin or party principles. I think she Keji una chance ni okele basanie wana keshilehun. He's a knowledgeable person that I think every young NDC person should get closer to and learn something small from him. I don't know, one of the ministers, I mean, Bomodin wa to me, our rules minister. Yes, Honorable Abuja Govins. He's doing so well at the ministry. And I can tell you, his name will go down in the history as one of the best road ministers Ghana has ever seen. I've gotten the opportunity to meet him once. Even that one, we were in a group, so I didn't say anything. I was just listening. But Nimbase came in the way he is supervisor. Some of the contracts, sometimes he will go on the site. Sometimes when contractors are delaying, he will call for cancellation of the contract and all that. And I think as a country, these are some of the things Nika won't fear, sometimes you give a contract to a contractor, by him mobilization amount there, but nothing will be done. But this minister is always on the ground ensuring that contractors are living up to standard. They are doing the work that has been given to them to do, to ensure Ghana our resources if we waste. So I think he's one of the few ministers who is doing so well to ensure actually President Mahama's vision of resetting Ghana about materializing. I would like to greet him this morning and to also commend him actually. Not if you're me a sign. I'm a procurement person. So when it comes to these contract issues, and the way he supervisor some of the contracts at the road ministry, I think actually if all the road ministers we have had did say me, although if all ministers would do say me, he's always on the side supervising, ensuring that people are doing what they are supposed to do. No, I'm a Jimmy if you need more manga.
Okay. The Kaji in wash a while here when you feel come make you Ubento. Okay, Obano now Facebook need you machine like me shake it. Dennis Miracle Abuaji, Bekuni, who is executive secretary, Kehaniji Interministerial Coordinating Committee, Kehan Decentralization. Okay, Abahi Wale, Kuniyo key authorities are no matter he wale Kuniyo when. But on about your responsibilities in due, the resources in due. But on about your enjoy back play keba. She pongbe, Kehamano ya. Anake Nagbakwitino. She fancy near me blamon. Iche Sami, Mamma Biake, many potato. The watch ne, Sanine, ni Kojo Aqua Yuko officer, MPPB, Abuajen, Kukume. There is no smoke without fire. Well, many G's are near me,
Bongo. Mr. Dennis Miraculous Abuaji is the name actually in connection to corruption. Ni efemi na pe. Fi no fian no fi gbeje na chofin. Because that guy has been on NDC. He has been talking a lot. He has been criticizing a lot. He has misconducted himself in office. The whole issue is that he was the executive secretary to the Interministerial Committee on Decentralization. Authorities come here. It's an agile office is a low power say down to the people. So when I have a problem, I don't need to go to a ministry, or I don't need to go to the headquarters, but maybe I will have the office, maybe at my municipal assembly, Nima report you, then I will have the solution from there. And he was the executive secretary to that committee. But the whole issue is that actually allegations come in. Okay, beni your officer, lo beni secretary jile na kan committee no. If ni bi komeni, it's an atawumi after investigation. But he was not aware. Again, you can stop order. Airport. Ni kanyeni efangbe. He was not aware. So what I'm hearing is that a try again ba femini, e ba afangbe. Ni based on the stop order nakechinani amole ne balakechisani a detained. But after a detention, MPP as a political party I made demonstrate a character of non-patriotism. And I can say on authority that when we talk about reorganization, MPP has never reorganized themselves. And with time, no intelligent person will find MPP attractive and join. And it is as simple as that. Bongo, we lost elections in 2016 with about almost 1 million margin of votes. Knew what the were investigations. Any work be wishing a wallet or handing down a be in action, what wishing. On countless occasions, anytime President Mama gets the opportunity to speak, the reaction, a corrections in this family, December. You see, the acceptance of failure, the acceptance of responsibility is one of the key characteristics of a good leadership. Every day I've been saying this. When you fail to accept responsibility, you are not demonstrating good leadership skills. One of the problems of MPP is they constantly defend their party in opposition, trying to make the Ghanaian people understand that even with their abysmal performance, they did well. But I can say on authority that today, about 70% of Ghanaians are educated. So we are not going to rely on what you are going to say alone. But when you say, we will also what? We will fast check and ascertain the truth. Because by the grace of God there, we have access to what? Internet. When it more be kuni me fi you go penny your TV ni ameko. When because of phone, TV po eche. My phone is my TV. My phone is my library. My phone is my everything. Now, actually, where corruption allegations come out, and about 5 charges. Procurement breaches. I am a procurement officer by profession, like I told you. One work a few on the Public Procurement Act 663, as amended in 2016. When work a few on Nofiano, I get ubai okay manashika ba procure no kwe. We should go according to the rules stipulated in the Public Procurement Act. A breach procurement if you procurement breaches if for local act and it purchase procure no and when it happens like that, it amounts to a crime because of violating law. The law says before you buy, use this procedure. Even if Ojukoma, you've not engaged in any corruptible activity, but you didn't follow due procedure as enshrined in the Public Procurement Act, it is a crime. We should get that. Now, a misapply, a misappropriate 50-something million Ghana cedis. Esa engaging in conspiracy to steal, like Ikemoko. These are the charges, yes. Ikemoko national moko ni chwa akeshibe amentoni to ma akejuma. These are the charges I read from Yoko. Agbene wagashi a defrauded by false pretense. These are the charges that has been leveled against somebody. Now, MPP is a political party that is facing both integrity and leadership crisis. So to me alone, a party that you want to establish your integrity here, what do you have to do? Allow the investigating body to do their job. Nobody is bigger than any public institution in Ghana. All the public institutions we are having, the corruption fighting institutions, the democratic institutions we are having in this country, they are bigger than any individual. So issues name na fail investigation. I don't know what called for demonstrations. You see, MPP has been that political party. They always claim actually the current administration is unable to fight corruption. How do we fight corruption when we are the same people preventing the institutions who are supposed to fight corruption from doing their job? To the extent that they have to bash people. Started making noise. And you see, because of media, the kind of the way we use of media, or these bloggers are there and they started interviewing some of the people and there is one guy I listen, I saved that video, I can send it to play. A guy no, he's a motor rider again, about 150 Ghana cedis. So he's there. If we are in a country that we believe corruption is one of our problems, and today we have a leader who is serious about fighting corruption, what do we have to do as citizens? What we have to do is to collaborate. Charges now are level against investigation about fee. KBH is an arranged for court. You be arranged. Then you go and defend yourself until a competent court of jurisdiction back action you are guilty. None of show no allegation. So if you think you haven't done anything, if your party thinks you haven't misconducted yourself in any way, where from the demonstration? And I heard one of their senior communicators, Coca. You see, we are not on a battlefield. That is what people need to understand. That you begin to threaten certain leaders or certain heads of certain institutions. When MPP comes to power, you are going to retaliate. What are you retaliating? The moment you make such a statement, then it means the person hasn't done anything. Me, I try to about family, about Bena. If that is the issue, we agree with what you are saying. But you go back out. It stated clearly the allegations ni allow charges ni mini. So what do you have to do as a political party that you claim you don't like corruption? You have to allow the institution to conduct the investigations. What if after the investigation it happens as so demonstration cannot solve that problem. You see, our aim is to protect our democracy. It is the government's responsibility to protect democracy and at the same time protect our resources. We claim ORA is not working. Now, we are the same people trying to prevent ORA from functioning. So many results no expect actually ORA. We may not get any results. Okay. If we are the same people standing or blocking the work of ORA or blocking the work of our investigative bodies as a country. So MPP, clearly, they are disorganized. And yesterday I was telling somebody that, look, when it comes to reorganization, to accept that action of a mistake and don't fit. So I started asking myself, so where is the reorganization they think they are doing? You see, it is not about going around registering people, telling them that Bawumia will come to power without accepting certain responsibilities. Because if the corruption fighting institution investigate, then you come out openly to say that when you come to power you are going to retaliate. What are you going to retaliate? Then it means when you come to power you are going to use undemocratic means to harass certain people in the country. So if you think what is happening is not good and you think you are coming to replace the current government and do it the right way, why do you use the word retaliation? So common sense should tell you that none of me fear alone, none of me or me, I don't see any sense in it.
Okay. She interested Mokoba Biake Jeno Aso Afoni ni Achele ni info me. Allo Michon, this is also another way of Agbenoni Koni Ake the many.
You see, as a country, the way we try to pamper certain individuals, it is becoming unbecoming. We try to pamper people. When you have an issue with the police, depending on the matter and depending on the intelligence of the police, they will devise the strategy. It's not by force because you are Dennis Miracles Abwaji, so you must be invited. It is not because you belong to MPP, so you must be invited. How you will be brought to that officer, it is dependent on the office, depending on the intelligence they will pick. If somebody goes to steal somebody's phone, le police ba anyamo le panya. But if Dennis Miracles Abwaji allegedly takes 50 million from Ghana, no less than a invite. Who is he? Namojile. We have to use any democratic means. We have to use any possible means to protect our resources as a country. And any person who has misconducted himself, who has engaged in any corruptible act, that person is, in fact, must be brought to investigation. Like the person must be investigated. And it is as simple as that. Then you see the whole MPP and their leadership in front of Yoko demonstrating for his release, as if there is a political tension. If you claim you are a party that you don't like corruption, why are you demonstrating for the release of a corrupt official?
No, but either being a Rambo style in Jew, many in Jew.
They will bad deciding.
Okay. No, but we now you are a Benona Chona Momo make a crook. Investigative body a Jim many am a chon.
In have example. Go phone. You've seen it before. Police Baba Mole giddy. So me no nika can go to 50. Even I can go to phone pono na na ba mole. Leunje juloni until lemu aba find out that leunje juloni.
You could be puna kleba say to ma ke
I beg to me. All those things are there. So get all attempt your question, and you see He attempted to run. So at the airport, he was stopped. Nankele Awumi. Quickly, NDC, MPP have to organize themselves, organize a demonstration, release Dennis Miracles Abuaji. For what? I'm on a Saturday. Sunday, I have a bill. So as a political party with leadership of wisdom, what do you have to do? You wait for Monday, and if you think his arrest was not done properly, your style of calling for his release, was it proper? And that is what we should be thinking about.
Okay. Okay, since some kaji work infoni no TV no na ke ba na na kamashuba. Neke sune kaji NDC NGO, MPP NGO. Neke sune many poten etoni many denti ba ma feni.
You see, when we keep doing some of these things, we are just allowing corruption to stay with us. Because if today President Mama gives me appointment and by any way misconducting, I don't know the day, I'll have my party people, my family members, whether I've stolen their money or not, they don't even know. They will come and stand in front of you, could make all sort of unnecessary noise. Make confidence. Ni wabani public institutions name. Because the picture people are trying to paint is Dennis Miracles Abuaji has not done anything. And he's being harassed or he's being witch-hunted. That is the picture they are trying to paint. But why are they not speaking to the facts? Okay, there are charges that have been leveled against him. So the ideal thing to do is to allow the body to do what? To conduct the investigations. Can they tell me Akashina Mole Moko try to me? Can they tell me Akashina Mole Moko feel no? Hell no. So where from the demonstration? Is he the first person to be arrested in this country? No. So you see, you don't organize demonstrations just to create political attention, to paint a picture. The current administration, Mama's administration, is witch hunting people. Have you done it? Any way you make up topical issue here, my name. Is it not the same 50-something million? Is that money different from this one? If you convert 50 million Ghana cedis, 500 billion. That's the amount of money we are talking about. I know I can feel man. I know I can my hospital. I know I can feel Nibi. I know I can feel be. If you convert that money into Wabli Mashka old currency, 500 billion, 50 million Ghana, 1 million Ghana is 10 billion. Multiply 10 by 50. So that's the amount of money we are looking for. Well, if the person is under investigation, it doesn't necessarily establish the fact that he has what? He has done it. But if as a state we want to look for our money, we want to fight corruption, it is an allegation that has been leveled against somebody. So we have to allow the institution to conduct the investigation into the matter and come out to say that no, after we going into the matter, it is not true. But on record, there is another person who is part, and he has started paying his voluntarily. So you traveling, it is a clear attempt that you wanted to run. It is just like we take Untumi to court. Then MP people will be shouting, Untumi has not done anything. Meanwhile, he wants to use a plea bargain. You two, you are on the street, you are shouting, no, how many plea bargain? So you see, MPP should demonstrate that it is a party of intellectuals, like party with people that have wisdom. The constant attempt to make every situation look as if they are being witch-hunted there, it is becoming unbecoming. President Mahama, I want to state it on record, he has no interest to witch-hunt anybody. What is so special about Dennis Miracles Abuaji that President Mahama will just wake up and say they're going to arrest him? What is so special about him? Apart from he being in power, getting the opportunity to steal money from the state, allegedly, even Mingele, what is the difference? I mean, if difference here, what? That you think President Mama has him at heart, so he will call investigative bodies or the police to go and arrest him when he has not done anything. President Mama is a lover of peace and a lover of democracy, and at all times he tries to hold the democratic principles in high esteem until you can prove actually he has not done it. Or many men are mole I'm a gile, allow me touch ale, allow me feel no kwe. Then what is the purpose of your demonstration? Why are you even demonstrating in the first place? And sometimes I pity some of the Ghanaian youth. The money that is supposed to be used by the state to transform your life, I can't go make way. Now, mole, both are the most you for but where is your sense? Sometimes when you are there, somebody comes to call you. Oh, where are demonstrations? But are not be like a mini demo. There is another lady I watched. I have skills training. You have Michumoko or Lely, but like she's there. But after watching the video, and I know that these are some of the things hardship can create. Because these things will not happen in countries. Come, you go to some countries and you take a small amount of money, you can be killed. Abanya gbemo. Ona, e wakaji anya gbeme ye this similar amount ye heku. Ni wo bi enele waka akamomo po. Then what are we doing? Are we not perpetuating corruption? Are we not rather allowing corruption to develop deep roots in our system? So I don't agree with MPP and their so-called demonstration making unnecessary noise, release then his miracles. But who is he? There are prominent people who have committed similar crimes and they've been arrested. Some have been detained. Have we not been in this country when Chachuchi Kata was convicted until he goes back to court? Were we not in this country? Is Dennis Miracles Abwaji better than Chachuchi Kata? So if Mr. Chachuchi Kata has been investigated before, he has been convicted before, who is Dennis Miracles Abwaji? Is he a messiah? So I don't agree with the useless demonstration organized by the MPP. It is a paid demonstration, but the videos I'm having, even if they should come and attack me today, I'll show them the videos that these are your people. They are saying you pay them. They are saying you call them to come and man up over there so that after the noise making, you will pay them. But there is one guy I love so much. He's a good communicator. And I would love to use this opportunity. Coca. You see, when we begin to overlove our party, you try to make sentimental comments. If I create a problem, party. Okay. If I create problems, Bongo, if you are the judge, if you are Yoko boss, if you are CID boss, and I begin to say things about you, making the people to assume you are not doing your work well. Man, confidence in the public about an institution.
Zero confidence.
So they may think they are defending their party people, but they are eroding the integrity of our democratic institutions. They are destroying the powers of our democratic institutions. In fact, they are putting our democratic institutions into a disreputable situation. It will come back to haunt them. President Mahama will definitely not be on power forever. One day, another person will come. In as much as Ageshin, in your prophecy, Ageshin, MPP will come to power 60 years. Definitely, that 60 years. If Ashe, you will still what? You will still come. That is after they have learned sense and reorganize themselves proper. Reorganization, because reorganization begins with a change of mind. Accept and tell the Ghanaian people that look, we failed you. This time around, that is where reorganization should begin from.
With the figure of with the figure kutamo what you call a folk could be an ever back. The pet can be near Wabafwako.
I'm a party. It is their party. Can you benefit more party in Ghana? Whatever happens will directly or indirectly affect Ghana. Issues of MPP is not my business. My business is Ghana. My business is NDC. And MPP people, their business is their business. But because it is a political party in Ghana, whatever they will do, one, every day I've been saying that every political party is a potential government. Every political party, whether small or big. Because once you're a political party, you have the intention of what? Winning or capturing power. And if you are able to reorganize yourself and organize yourself well and do your things well, the possibility that you can win power is what? Is high. Now when in the can be a call or echo. because every political party is a potential government. Some of these things wouldn't be my concern. So President Mahama is really serious about protecting the public purse. He's serious about fighting corruption. Oral is working, and I want to use this opportunity to tell MPP people that if they claim Oral is not working, why are they crying when Oral begins to function? This is not the first time they are crying. Anytime Oral will function, MPP people will cry. Anytime Oral will function, MPP people will cry. So if we claim Oral is not functioning, why are we crying when Oral is working?
Oba wo here ja ke bi le hime ke yan here moto na twa 8:13 am na ka lolo ke nugbo nwe be fe wo ka ji no ko fi mo le bam bam shi mo ko ka wo yebie wo ke ka na hwa mo Facebook machine Leebi Ŋulami wo ke o ji chere mo me sani onyo pe wa wo here he ni wo she he wale papa na mo hia wa de enche no he wo ka ji oba ko e like bibi ko me ni ejo wa wi ye couple gbe fan gbe ya fi ono kuku no he wo watch John Dramani Mahama ke ibakwe koni ne ke hila bibi ne make it should be a thing of the past. Kechono no wo free ni National Health Insurance Scheme ni wo use o BPF ni bi kome ni kote ikwo ni bi kome lo kote ekwo ehin no ni mi to ma chonji amoto ne wo health minister ke wi mo ba ke kata August shishiji mi be abawo tariff no wo bia ke aso me tariff no abawo eji registration any amotone it is between 7 cedi 80 pesos kagbe 48 Ghana cedi low no podi enche e dependo keji be kan jibu alo make outdoor tani neke nyomo bone baba lo make de shikai ni alo make nyomo na aboke ha other institutions na me ko wo hwehwehwe gbefan gbe no ji no ni abawo no lo iji amotone I think ni ji 120%. No bia ke aso medical shikane ya no jino na bawo no lo many potenji no ne abawo no ya no ni jage illegal payment ko me hu eti no ni egbe me fraud sane le hu ya no a chogbe fonji no na ke all in the name of NHIS ni ake hime ashikaya medi amena e wale papa na mo ya ke ejare bawa sami ya sham ni wo ba na fe wonye omi chogbe blam ni zaka wona obana. Also, amotone from August going many tariff no about 120% there, allo registration fee, allo many potent. Kaya here when illegal acts jine check e come payment come na fe when keji blam
oh ne Minister Lenje, in fact, before we proceed, I would like to commend Honorable Minta Akando for his good work. And as I've been saying every day, anything good that has happened in our health sector, NDC Nikeba. Nobody can debate that. Anything good that has happened in our health sector, NDC Nikeba. Starting from health insurance, when J.J. Rawlings introduced health insurance from 1993, 1997, it was captured in parliamentary documents that it is being piloted in Eastern Region. And then 2000, President Kufuor, he did so well for allowing the health insurance to continue. But today, even when MPP people are talking, they claim that they brought health insurance. And I think they need it. It's an okay. If you take health insurance from MPP communication, they don't have a communication team. If you take the talk about national health insurance from MPP, they don't, their entire communication team will collapse. Because that is the only policy. When they talk then from health insurance, they will come to free SHS. But every day I've been saying that free SHS was one policy that was implemented. What even implement? Do I even call it implementation? It was run for close to a decade without a policy document. So it had no direction. What didn't we see? We saw the traffic light system. We had a lot of complaints. Shortage of food. A headmaster, you talk, you'll be arrested. And today somebody is arrested and they are shouting.
Okay.
You see that thing? No fair no eba. Your health sector neighbor wagana be NDCB nikeba. This idea of increasing the tariffs, I'll say that we should only commend Honorable Minta Akando and thank President Mahama for being a good leader. Why am I saying that? Amount ni akaya hospital no jino ni atawo ni awono by 120%. MPP was in power for 8 years. The only period na me increase in Akanshika was between 2022 and 2023. Even with that one, it was 50%. This is a political party that claims that when they are in power, health insurance it's incorrect. Throughout their 8 years in power, the only time now me increase tariff adjustment was between 2022 and 2023. Even with that one, it was 50%, and the records are there. I'm even sad my brother is unable to make it. I never provide another documents from their party office to disprove what I'm saying, or you can subject me to proof. So it is the tariff that is being, it is the amount that is being given to the healthcare providers. Why? Because one, you hold your health insurance card, you are a subscriber, and you go to hospital, and at the end of the day, they will still demand a certain amount from you. You go to hospital, you have the health insurance, you are a subscriber. Ni chufanis and you health insurance are cover later because chufabe. So through the good works of Honorable Minta Kando, they conduct investigations into the matter why those things are happening. They realize that the amount government is giving to the healthcare providers here, it is not enough. So we have to raise it by 120%. That is 40 cedi na can have healthcare provider. As I get 40 cedis if it I could say 20 cedi. No, I won't know many will use or national health insurance. I go at the hospital. Now that is the whole thing. And this is something that we have to jubilate about. You can do your research, maybe you can subject me to proof if it is a lie. I am hearing people saying like they want to change the narrative to look as if Akashin government is going to impose taxes on the world government is increasing. No, it is not true. It is the amount the national health insurance is giving to the healthcare providers. Government in turn, no.
No, but 100 cedi can health providers say
120%, but 120 cedis by fitai. So if it is 100 cedis, you calculate 120% of 100 cedis by fitai, so that they will have the financial muscle and provide proper healthcare to the Ghanaian people, and that is what the government is doing. So apart from we commending Honorable Minister and thanking President Mahama and making sure all the good works, like I told you in our health sector, provided by NDC is protected there. That is why he has done this, and we have to thank him for that. When MPP was in power, they claim, we're healthcare, it can't be too much. But whenever MPP speaks about health, I talk about Agenda 111. When it comes to engineering slogans, they are number one, they are best. Agenda 111 idea came after COVID. The president now no where gaps to me hospital or health infrastructure. It was another negeni be nego avimini aba districts come na me be hospitals say ama me kwa ame kuna ma regional hospitals, I think 7 or so, psychiatric hospitals more 3 na get fencha and if 111 no agenda 111. Bongo, at the end of the day, every day I've been saying this. Before they were leaving power, not even one. They said they have completed 3. 3 and I'm completed. Kaka a completed hospital. But no chance no fiano, jemi. Beds, like everything. When we came to power, the 3 that they claim they have completed. Ona who can I get drip no ekobemi. So the building was there and nothing was inside. Is that what you describe as you have completed Agenda 111? So this thing that the health ministry has done, it is not anything that is going to stress the ordinary Ghanaian, or it is not anything that will put financial burden on the Ghanaian people, but rather our healthcare providers provide the quality service to the Ghanaian people.
Okay. No be no kutamokeji uti la chamo ni ikule health insurance banye cover up to 100 cedi. Ikule oaji oshika kechona.
That is what the government want to solve. Very good.
So
when you go there, they call it co-payment. I don't know if you have come across that statement before. Co-payment. Okay, kechona. Okay, 2 cedi bachona. Okay, 3 cedi bachona. And after extensive investigations and consultation, government have realized that no, the amount we are giving to these healthcare providers, it is not enough. So let us increase it by 120%. So this is a step in the right direction that will help the ordinary Ghanaian to receive quality health care from all the health institutions. Allow healthcare institutions need accept national health insurance card.
No, because I mean, can for me. Tomorrow, no go for Wimo, Lumake or for Namola Chamo. Tell healthcare, papa. Because I'm not going to one no go to no bed syndrome. I hospital ni men come on care krukume.
Wabanu. You see, I have problems kumeni efitabomo. As population increases, as a developing country, as population increases, can we provide what population or no face certain procurements can be come? It is likely ake gbeme iba fafi ni be come available. Me in dakoni nu akeshin schools under trees. Just recently there is a survey out akeshin about 3 million school children they learn under trees. KJ under tree it is not in a proper manner. When President Mahama was a president from 2012 to 2016, he constructed a whole lot of basic schools. Just 2025, President Mahama has provided money to construct schools. In my municipal assembly, my MC, it is on record. About 3 schools, I can show you. In Penwasem, they've gotten one. Maya, they've gotten one. In fact, and apart from that, the president ordered all municipal assemblies to complete uncompleted school buildings in their municipalities. All those things are being done. In 2026 State of the Nation's address, President proposed additional 200 kindergarten school blocks, 200 primary school blocks, 200 JHS school blocks. All because of what? Ghanaians. Any population in fact, ni one ya one if I yank all the time, they can be enough 11. I provide on regular basis. Get what you here population no pay, no can shortage yourself your but I hope now we have a listening leader, and I'll say that Honorable Minta Kando is so smart because with this investigation, if people need this is the reason why we are facing certain challenges. When it comes to the usage of health insurance, it is enough. He is on the job, he's not sleeping. And he will ensure actually before Danny President Mahama bashing officer, the issue of no bed syndrome, if not eliminated, it will be minimized. If not eliminated, it will be minimized. President Mahama has made a promise actually within some space of time. We will complete Agenda 111 hospital, say, 35. If you check the amount of money NPP spent in connection to Agenda 111, you could have constructed 22 Agenda 111 hospitals. Complete. So why should we come to power in 2024 and we will not even meet one? The 3 that they claim they have completed, to Monke, who can prepare war no ekobemi
can you watch you any be baba we can call fraud system ni omni shiboli ake boni beni mokunsa ego mukulen jaje ayo no ele onye woje we shi saji kuma wele no masumo ni ma bike chona ake ni won wi wale papasa ni na mo okusan ni se na ewi mo ko ba we no akekeji wo she we jani ami ama hospital nice facility machine agbelekuna agbenu kemba kenya hie wache John Dramani Mahama le wi mo no ake sana kwako ni wo old maternity blog akomo owa bi ake keji won ko maternity blog egbe fanle aso CEOs na meba ho ame benakan hiwale aloje ame mane ake keji ame na nuku neken isake nkwe eche akwe na mona.
You see Ghana I'm now beginning to love the idea of the finance minister, the introduction of this value for money office. Ghana, if our procurement issues very serious, we will be able to minimize some of these problems. Because if you procurement, I have actually monitoring and evaluation. So surely it is a department there. Over and above musician. You sign a contract today, and you see what we have been doing is that we're gonna be a problem page. The signing of the contract, commissioning, sword cutting and commissioning. So Bobo comes to cut the sword, and then who commissions? But no point say what to fight. Oh, any Bobo ni fe, oh, any President Mahama ni fe. But when we take our procurement principles right, when we are serious with procurement as a country. The issue of Ashia machine. You see, the bureaucratic nature of certain issues must be minimized. Before ni Abama Hospital, na ba commission. Attention keke na ba film about commission. Mind you, especially when it happens at the time when there is a change of government. When project kuna ni completion be at the time when there is a change of government there should be investigation. So that if there have been any procurement breaches or any corruptible acts, we will deal with it and move forward as a country. We don't expect, assuming the value for money office that I mentioned existed, they would have done that job. So as part of power transition, they will present the document. Okay, this particular project, these are the issues around it.
Because how many is the difference between procurement be a value for money?
Procurement, value for money officer. The value for money officer is going to ensure at the end of the day, whatever we use government money to purchase, whatever we use government money to procure, we will achieve value for money. So right from the contract signing, they will ensure delivery time is achieved. They will ensure quality has not been compromised.
Is it value for money?
Value for money officer. Do you understand? They will ensure value for money is achieved. They will ensure quality has not been compromised. Delivery time is achieved. Just recently, like I mentioned, Honorable Abuja government has to cancel somebody's contract because a mobilization fund is starting to. So at the end of the day, about time, about beat it. Contract here, a time me I can be on. For military hospital I'll take your time and do a lot of research about it. It was started by President Kufuor, but I think it was President Mahama time about 2014 Akati son. The whole project was to be completed within 48 months. Why are we still talking about it in 2026? Because there was no system to check the completion. There was no system to trace. Okay, at this point of payment, it matches with the amount we have what we have paid. Do you get my point? So when the project is completed, there should be investigation to ensure. Many housing project up to now. Why was people like Honorable Collins Dawda Bami? Because it's an family investigations. So the main factor be facility the investigation also what matters, because at the end of the day it is Ghana's resources Nakewumi. That is why we've been experiencing those things. So with the leadership and the vision of President Mahama, fingers crossed, going forward there we will not experience some of these things again. And I believe in the leadership of the Finance Ministry, Honorable Atufosin. And I believe in the value for money office. I can get over fit a public procurement authority here. They are going to deliver.
Okay.
And everything is going to be fine.
Okay. No need to get wager no is
every project ni akemashika efi. It's
Ghana commission.
Very good.
Which means they could were tomo piete no. Ake nibi kumena commission ni to ga fit.
Tomo ya kuno mini on project kumena 10-20 years ago na nya kwa chano biane. Can no if you wrong, no ko ya ko ni binaji shishin time na ke sign a contract beni contractor han ke shake ba gbe na kan ni bi ye 10 years 12 years me still project say me e mamoshi no ja ke problem ko e me 18 no. So as a good leadership it is only prudent that we will conduct investigations into all those matters. Sometimes it is not even about the financial aspect, but even the contract aspect. Was the contractor able to deliver on time? All those things are important. One abonincho, is it meeting standard? Have we compromised quality? All those things are part. So it is only prudent that the amount of money that has been invested into it, about what achieve value for money, then what commission get many of them
Okay. Be why here. It's your fear watch 9. When you feel more about na be amount na 8:31 AM. Get friend o yo kaji nu gbon situation ju. To mi situation ju in here yake ojaje ose ojugba lu make heni o yo ojaje jin ojugba wa o here. E chenchon ake ni di media budget review baba ogbon wo che atu forcing finance minister baby ake atu is forcing ke krokome eyan no onu nshi wa ke keji ba ukadini ibashie no jinoni abaka ile be fe be shimon obabisani amotone ake from stabilization ake oni mini a strategize leni ake wo mini growth mini alomaka from stabilization obana growth oba mito wo bi ni wole ni bi ekumeni a stabilize kayanye keji wo kwo revenue mobilization tete le haten wo debt servicing tete le haten kani bi krokome eja ke keji wo ke wa botem ni ojugba wo be e ba fe be ha donc ça masumoni wo momole olijo eja ke kayanye bi apam ni bana wole no fe no ni ete no
izi bongo
nje
honorable atu-forcing is actually forcing just like you said. Bongo, don't forget actually we inherited an economy that was broken. We inherited a junk economy from the economist who paraded himself to be a messiah of digitalization when he realized that he had no solution to Ghana's economic problems.
Okay.
And I don't even know why young Ghanaians who have gone to school to study economics still follow him and pushing the agenda that he should become a president again. If you are an economist, you have gone to school, you have graduated, and you support that president, the former vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, should become the president of the republic in the future. You are a confused economist, and you and Dr. Bawumia, there is no difference. You're learning, yes, no serious economist will do that. If you have read economics before, you know how difficult the subject is. Then somebody comes to tell you that I am coming to position your economy, because at that time they said President Mahama has destroyed the economy. Even when the dollar was sold around 40, they said, oh, the economy is broken. We want to come to power. Oh, fuel price is too much. At the time when we were selling a gallon of fuel at 16, he said, oh, the economy is broken. We are coming to do it. I saw Bawumia in somewhere 2000 and I saw him, was it 2009 thereabout, holding calculator, and he was making some economic calculations to the people, organizing lectures here and there, giving the Ghanaian people hope that when he comes, when he assumes office as a vice president, who was brought into Ghana politics by President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and the president told us that he brought Bawumia purposely for the economy. When he realized that in solve with the economic problems here, he now says that he is the messiah for digitalization in Ghana. It is only somebody who doesn't think digitalization is somebody's idea. It is only a human being who doesn't think digitalization, it is somebody's idea. Even if it is somebody's idea, then probably not here, not now. Then what about those who introduced the platform? What would they also say? It is a revolution. We were not using smartphones. Today we are using smartphones. Laptops, computer, and machine. See today, you see today, phone hands-free use more. So small is a revolution. So I wonder when people are taking credit for digitalization after performing so abysmally and losing woefully to the NDC. They are not ashamed to even come and tell the Ghanaian people that President Bawumia they can digitalization. You are also insulting our intelligence on top of it. And sometimes I blame the Ghanaian youth. They will keep quiet and listen to some of this trash. You stand there, you are a graduate, and somebody is telling you that like a digitalization, and you believe it. You can even take an institution and go, be an enemy, we do things manually, and then now maybe you know about office, and now what graduate ticket digital. But don't tell me you introduce digitalization in Ghana. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Over the board mission. Now, NDC inherited an economy that was so broken because we had an incompetent economist who couldn't do anything to support his boss. And so therefore, they lost elections. In the political history of Ghana, for the first time, what the elections, Ni one or two-third majority right from the ballot box. And that results of the 2024 elections should send a clear signal to MPP people. In fact, it should be their guiding principles during their reorganization and their organization processes. And know that the Ghanaian people are discerning. We are no more consuming chaff. We are no more consuming lies. We are no more consuming propaganda. We will just listen. Always I've been saying that Kwame Nkrumah says Ghanaian people are very slow to anger. And it is true. And that is what you saw at the ballot box in 2024. So accept responsibility that you failed the Ghanaian people. Bongo, when we came, how much was $1? It was around 15 cedis. When we came, how much was a liter of fuel? They took it from 16 cedis per gallon and they left it at 15 cedis per, what do we call it, a liter. That is the performance of the MPP. They took unemployment from 8 point something percent and they left it at 14.8%. Opposite, right? Directly opposite. And that is what they did. That was their performance. They took our total debt from 122 billion Ghana cedis to 726 billion Ghana cedis. At a point in time, they have to impose the levy on us because government must go for loan, go to IMF and take money. And President Mahama has come. He needs to address all these economic challenges. But today, ask yourself, has he been able to do it? Has he been able to stabilize the economy? What are the economic indicators telling you? You sit down. These are things that you don't need me to come and tell you. What are the economic indicators telling you? Inflation was around 23.8%. 23.8%. Today, what is inflation? What is our total debt? Just recently, government is able to settle debts. We have been able to come out from IMF smoothly. And this is what we call stabilization. We've been able to hold the dollar that was arrested by the incompetent Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo administration, and they couldn't keep the dollar in detention. Dollar ran away. Today, President Mahama has gone to look for dollar, and dollar is being controlled. Look at the work of Gold Board. Gold was flying here and there. People were doing galamsey here and there. Today, Honorable Sami Jemfi has centralized everything, minimizing smuggling, minimizing galamsey. So you don't need a prophet to tell you that indeed President Mahama has come to stabilize the economy. Now going forward, I am expecting the mid-year budget review to be pointing at translating the economic figures we have achieved as a country into what? Growth. I am expecting to see more infrastructure, which I know that Atufosin is never going to fail me. I am expecting to see more job creation initiative. The president has already done it. Ejumera, 2025, money has been given to young Ghanaians to go and start their business, whether small or big, go and start business. If you have gone to school, they by force akechinchina asani ahabo nichumo shike anyepo ahabo capital. You should be able to translate your school knowledge into what? A working business. And that is what we can do to develop this country. Ejumera has disbursed money to 10,000 Ghanaians in 2025. 2026 part at disbursed. 24-hour economy is giving loan to young Ghanaians from 5,000 to 500,000 Ghana cedis. What a gain can Mahama do? Okay,
she interesting. Made mention of debt servicing. Okay, what revenue mobilization be found. Okay, agbene keji ukwe boni for manage expenditure. Okay, because I cut down number of ministers.
Yes.
Or celebrations come make any be crew come fame of but she will come expenditure management be found.
If you look at how our fiscal discipline has improved, you don't need a prophet to tell you that government is monitoring our expenditure. And on record, corruption ni expenditure fear or revenue, since we came to power about 18 months now, only Akeshi minister could FA corruption. When MPP won power in 2016, first weekend on Mokuya Fe Nukunamole. The first week they did something. We have been in power for 1 year and some months, and we haven't heard anything. government cut a lot of cost. Nehani were expenditure a bloater, improving our fiscal discipline. Today, World Bank, even any just recently, American Ghana, where economy be an FA attractive for investment. If you have not been able to improve on your fiscal discipline, do you think you can attract investors? You can't. If your economy is fragile, easy to break, you cannot attract investors. So if not Ghana ni biwa, World Bank gave you again yani Ghana was if your economy is attractive for investors. Any is an oil company today. Any if that be an Ghana if you're attractive for investment. In fact, they were even particular. Okay, the energy sector is now attractive for investment, and they commended the energy minister. So all these things put together, you don't need a prophet to tell you that indeed President Mahama has been able to stabilize the economy. So I am expecting translation. We should be able to translate the into growth, because stabilization one again, even though the dollar was down, but people were still what complaining. Now the figures will be translated into what growth, and the people will begin to what feel.
No, but kaji one stabilization she feel like ekule akwa ni bi kuma edamo shi bemni ni mi cho yale ha agbono ke ekru kuma won kwesi die ke mini growth ne ke wa fi.
I am expecting growth in infrastructure, like I told you. I am expecting growth in job creation. I am expecting the standard of living of Ghanaians should be what? Should be moderate. There should be a situation where people will not find it difficult to buy certain things. The little you have on you, you can buy what you want. Over and above, I am expecting growth in our health sector. I am expecting growth in education. I am expecting growth across all the sectors of the economy, because the President of the Republic, his Vice President, and Honorable Atufosin, they've been able to stabilize the economy, when the records are clear. No doubt about it. Unless maybe I will have an MPP person who will come and dispute with facts and figures and not cries. As for them, when you begin to mention figures, they will begin to cry that there is a man selling at Mokola, and when the man woke up in the morning, like economy, but that is not what we are talking about. Even when you were in power, you were able to achieve these figures. He would have said Baumia is Jesus Christ.
Opposite Kanye, as Wabana growth, Leonku, Niji Chakimoko, Keji Bahenu, Sani one nano into Afoniji rent. Whoa, to San again, maybe before the
rent issues, Ghana. Sani, we should consider discipline, indiscipline, as an economic indicator. That when we are talking about our economic issues, discipline and indiscipline should be what? Should be part. This rent control boss here, he's doing so well. Sometimes he will go to some of the schools, hostel facilities, evaluate the place, ask the students the amount they are paying. All these things are pointing to the fact that landlords yanu shishi, tenants yanu shishi. No can institution about corporate. Na can relieve say no be or because the laws are already there. Laws about family. But you
see, talk the laws are already there. I get to make your parliament.
Rent control rules. Landlord behi back to hire 2 years can be. Those rules are there.
No, but which means institutions saying fail like I'm.
What do you mean by institutions are failing? You, the landlord, when you were going to take the money, didn't you know your opinion?
Nikaji mokwe nwake nekeni landlord for institution am o min jam na jimfa.
Call your report how many tenants na mena the will to even approach rent control. Let us be sincere to ourselves.
Una ke what but me na ke oksa me na ke problem ni wo yo oji. Education e be pie who do the education? When you go to court, the court will tell you that ignorance is not an excuse. When you go to court, back, ignorance, it is not an excuse. No,
who do the education for you? Do you think it is only the responsibility of the government to do all these things? Then why are we here? Why do we read as a people? That's why I said discipline can discipline. What fit our economic indicators? You don't assuming you are a landlord. Only Akashi Esanin Kenchuba 2 years. Bongo actually we got at 10,000, 20,000. Lele now when if I rent it for 3 months, go ni if 15,000 after investment, could be 3 months I shall make it profit best MP. She landlord buy 20,000 FA bongo di. Meanwhile, you know that there is a law that prevents you from doing that. Are you disciplined? Because you know bongo will also not approach. So we cannot assume actually it is the responsibility of the government alone solely to do this kind of education. Since the rent control boss was appointed recently, he's been on TV saying some of these things. Even today, when you go on TikTok, you see what do they talk about relationship issues? They talk about necessary things. We can use those mediums to market some of these things. What do you expect?
Okay. No,
those are things we are already enjoying. But I would say that we should be disciplined. We should be empathetic. We cooperate with the institutions here. New work institutions say rules and regulations and direction say actually one occasion the issue of renting and can be in and if you look at the job creation initiatives in President Mahama job creation is going to be redistributed. If you observe very well, one occasion more the city say some of the less developed areas. But today, President Mahama is investing in agriculture. Just recently, about 500 Feed Ghana brigaders are graduating. What are they going to do? They are going to help the farmers to expand their farms, teach them how to apply modern farming practices, draw them closer to government agriculture initiatives so that they can expand their farms. So, job creation is going to be redistributed, and the pressure in some of the cities are going to what? Calm down. Fair will go back to this your renting issue. If I have to be in my village and I can work and make money, why do I have to come and struggle? I only come to Accra when I want to enjoy maybe holiday or something. So fingers crossed. The president we have at the moment is a visionary leader. He wants to reset Ghana, and in fact he's already what? Doing it. President Mahama is resetting Ghana. And all I'll say is that every people should shut up and observe if they cannot contribute.
Okay. Ojoba, anyone share BFB share 10 minutes. Keke wake Leebi Ŋulami the chairman Zano Pet Mongwami. Iba na gbe. Aye fe no ni wo ba nya wo tun no ni Leebi no wa tashi wo so mo bohun ehwebo ni bohun afatai. Eke yemu be wo ya wo yin. Na gba ese ba fu which sending e no wa gbo ke krokume. Oksan, wo bi ento FB. Shimo oba Wana Shama 0274324331 0274324331 lo chilbe to Facebook nchonye wiake umashi media ichezami keti wonkwe nugbonye issue committee na chena kwe flat tax force ke krokume na jina famo mambi neighbor out army Ghana police service ichon menfe ne aba nwo wa wotune exercise ne ile ake yo manyemo ife yo manyemo shin kenyan asono jino ni banye hani keji nugbo shuishin enu agbo
ben ke gbo akeji sanu o ke discipline ke discipline come on be when I was in secondary school teacher ke bi no be ke ewo bo ni telash ni ade ka se woni bo lenje okoyo ohin o to na yibudan ka se woni ni bo lenje okoyo ohin no o to ni ayibudan bomo na numi glama na kekeke
ya wona shi cheku ye pa no kala ibe o ba no gbe e pa no e gbe ke no cho kejo Leebi ne
o ba na to mi jo mi ka ten je se triple o me po fai loni ko e wale papa na mo here man kone ye bua o she normally na kanji bona you neke Sophie Capito organization na kana you da ake jatu fun gani ta kwelo ni anyachi ni ake you ake koni ake jaje eko me electricity na ake jaje na kamaje ni bi she da na kanu ya le wo pa fa no mo ba money tun ni ba ko in hospital but you no so higher e ja na majority hospital what me chi mo illicit no ka shi wo ko de je no ko ando shi ko ni akwa no aya no you are done
yo ba ora don ina ke chosimo sa ke chosimo ya koni mambie won keji won fe won ni e won na ke lele won gbajo e alo won ya won hin 1202743243331 koni bo ko ojo mo chon wa ba oksan to bo no chon hin o wi ake bo eti lo ju ba ke krokushin ololo ke adisan ni fe mo GTT
okay pana you don't need only the soldier no abayin you know that you na ke sani here ni your massage me born musician yeah because if not for the fact akeshin
over me na wana over no gbe pa no gbe ke no cho kejo Leebi ne over ne o won bobo tuwe ya no e
hello
inche won bobo tuwe gbe pa no
hello
won bobo tuwe o gbe pa no ya no
you mean about the rent about rent control
rent control won bobo tuwe oh na ke pa okay okuzam ofane no oya no ko oya
Ora, why would sanitation be even important in this discussion? Because what will mommy muji? No ni nyumo ba e balaka sanitation clean up every evening. Yeah. But as a people, ask yourself, sani soja fu abanya wono na ni ni wodenje wo yo what's happening? Me in my community just recently were organizing communal labor that during that period there. And we in fact we are more than 1,000, but many men are less than 100. That is how people we are. We organized it. The chief was there, other elders were there. Me myself, but then later on I observe if you in Samba.
over number one ashite kwe pa ogbe ke no to kejo Leebi no gbe o machine no
okay acho mi ofwe mi to akeje triple me comment about rent matter
My free campaign for
me comment about rent matter.
okay
Rent matter na you on una papa le you are 3 months advance here
na gba e wo line say won pa fai keji e ko lo to ni o ko wa na sure mo shimu na ke oni ni share won won pa fai wo line say ngba won ye shiba mi over na ko ni wo be FAB no ke fata ni
wo e share ko ni isani wo as a people we should be disciplined enough waga meni no kuba ni soja fu ehun yishi na banye won aga wasa wo kuchi ami dan wo ba femi dan wo ba sa wo kuchi ami obi ene ji ni nkan wi mo
ba fo be kusu ni utowo chinda ni owo inu be kan
me to ni ma ni in constituency amasama biali akeshin I am contemplating on contesting for an election, but my disclosing position in my very soon and I will still encourage the new delegates action. They should hold the party's principles in high esteem, and that calls for one thing: they should always select leaders who hold the party's principles in high esteem. They should select leaders who are visionary. They should select leaders who have the caliber to do what they claim they are coming to what do. They should select leaders with policies it transform life as a party people. Because on record, the MP is for the entire constituency, which embodies both MPP, NDC, CPP, and even floating voters. Everybody is there, and the MP must ensure action. One family, one nay say she was party executive say war NDC and it's an more family. One anya say no delegate say me pa me fight. This time around there, come have 10 I feel fine. I select of good leaders. So this time around, I'm a fee nakani eko na me fee noni I'm a fee previously. They should give us leaders who can transform our constituency and make it one of the best functioning constituencies in Ghana as far as NDC as a political party is concerned. Because the functioning of the constituency, Nunibani, I'm a area say I'm a branch say I'm gonna be here. No, I'm a tower when I'm join the party. I'm in the nation. Okay, would you bad incident? Go on Facebook, each David Clot in I get live now. Oh, I try no ritual. She ma favor. O message each David Clot here. Not how much you get, but how much you do. Like not how much you get, but how much you do. Get drop no your if I just bono by you so if I face na mo or friends one cassette only. Okay, well later mo wo friend one share ni one washing down. Mo gbeji ni tete Latin kenche ni ji sami okay. Amasaman constituency, the NDC communication team member. Corruption you what a bagbin care sake parliament akana na machine she working about for last call. Hello for no bear pan. Look back no job.
Yeah, chum you for a mean to a triple. Payment ne echon 3 months payment ne echon moko hu ye ne di tenant le hu store ne pay 2 years because 3 months a while ona sometimes je landlord tenant me hu ame ba ke ame ska na me yen ke yen ba yi no store ne pay 3 years ni ne no, I educate who na can be here to bar because there are a lot of things they rent control kebaku. Ona.
Inaga inchele hu iwi can call rent control sanye. Gobana ke sanene efema no what Alonso ha Obama slot because I'm tell drum of no nyomba Obama slot ni against slot ni no oba we can call rent jake affordable housing school men lo make chu ko men amla luka ba ma ko ni anya ke ha ma bi lo make meni nchuni ke ha ma egbeko no oba ko nu e shida mo ke wo shete ma na company name TDC amenu chuma bana menchu obakwe kunu wonye wo we wona shi kama yake nake na gba moji wo shinre sajin je no ni ya no enwe kra no ji no ni yosi amote no mi pa fa cheme fe me ni nake je nye fe won wo ye mieku rent egbe wo wa de nche oba rent to 2 years wa pay almost 10,000 9,000 7,000 ni oba bi age keji o na chuenko ekolo ape 2 years 2,000 allo a year po open no ko fi fan nation no ka je no ko shishin won ya no sani na wa ngbeji ni tete la te ko me go nke uncle Sam Samuel Okanji mo na sani ba shidaya meni wan chuma ete no inyemi no Aaron e bi ene na kana na omi tete na omi ntiamwa na we ba fata Leebi Ŋulami ete no ko she control me ko bi ejem me fe ko be nwe down okay kenya no e don shani mi e ma no so wakanya ishe